Hi. There's a reason so many women feel invisible, even in 2026. And it's not necessarily because we're weak or shy or even lacking in confidence. It's because we were trained quietly, consistently, and from a very young age to stay small. Now, years ago, when I was book coaching, I helped a woman who was writing a book about how women can succeed in the corporate world. One chapter was called The Tightrope. The idea was simple. The path women are taught to walk in the world is so narrow that the only way to stay on the tightrope is to shrink. Be ambitious, but don't let it show. Speak up, but not too much. Be confident, but not intimidating. Be visible, but not attention-seeking. That tightrope hasn't disappeared over the years. It's just changed outfits. I saw the same pattern when I wrote my book on marketing for women in the early 2000s. Women have been starting businesses at double the rate of men for more than 25 years now, but they still struggle to speak up for themselves. Part of it is social conditioning. Part of it is biology, but all of it is real. Women can build companies, raise families, run teams, and yet many still hesitate to take up space in their own lives. Even national broadcast star of Morning Joe, Mika Brzezinski, wrote a book titled Know Your Worth about waiting to be paid what she was worth until she finally realized no one was coming to hand her value to her. She had to advocate and negotiate for herself, and that's the part women are never taught. Now, here's something that I learned the hard way. We often assume that it's always men who hold women back. And sometimes that's true, but just as often, it's other women. It's not out of a sense of jealousy, but more out of fear and as a means of protection. When I ran a political YouTube channel, my best friend warned me constantly that if I kept speaking out, there were going to be negative consequences. She wasn't trying to silence me. She was trying to protect me. She'd seen what happens to women who stand too tall. Years ago, I surveyed 200 women, and I asked them why they might hold another woman back. And the answer stunned me. They weren't being competitive. They weren't necessarily feeling resentful. They were trying to protect her from the backlash they believed she would face for speaking up. And that's when I realized that women don't just walk the tightrope, we enforce it for each other because many of us have been punished for daring to actually step off it. It's that Tall Poppies Effect. When one flower grows taller than the rest, it gets cut down. Women know this instinctively. We watch it happen, so we warn each other. Be careful. Don't say too much. Don't stand out. It's not safe. And then we wonder why we feel invisible. Women aren't invisible because they lack confidence. They are invisible because they were trained to be subtle and demure. And subtlety is not the same as selfhood. If you've ever felt like you disappear in rooms where you really should shine, you're not imagining it. You were taught to shrink. And now you're finally noticing the training.